Hello parents, I'm sending this video out to explain some of the place value strategies that we're using in multiplication. Our 4th grade standards in California asks students to use strategies based on place value to multiply and divide and apply those strategies in problem-solving situations. So here we have on the board one problem that we're going to look at using 3 different strategies. We're going to use the partial product strategy. Then we're going to use the place value strategy. We're going to use the area model. Some students have learned the shortcut algorithm. That's an expectation for 5th grade. And the only problem with using just that strategy exclusively is that students might not be tested on just the answer. Students might be tested on part of the process as they're multiplying. And I'll explain what I mean using our typical multiple choice question choices. The first strategy we're going to look at is the partial product model. And in this model, instead of switching between multiplying and adding, we're going to do all the multiplication first, and then we're going to do our addition. So as we look at the problem, I'm multiplying 324 by 6. Students begin looking at repeated addition, so I could solve that problem by stacking up 324 6 times and then adding it together. So in this process, which would be the same as multiplying it 6 times, in this process, we're going to record on the side all of our thinking so students can double check their multiplication with their product. So we're going to take our 2 factors. We have 6 times 4 in the ones place. We have 6 times 2, but that's 2 tens for 20. So here we're looking at the place value. We're not talking about it just as a single digit, but as a digit within a place value. And then 6 times 300. And we're going to add all of those partial products together. So students might receive a test question where they have a box right here, and this won't be here. This won't be here either. They'll just have a box, and they'll have to figure out what the partial product is, and then they'll have their A, B, C, D answer choices. So we're going to go back and put that partial product in. So students just multiply 6 times 4, 1, 6 times 4, 2 tens, 6 times 3 hundreds, and show that on the side. Then we add all of our partial products to get our final product, our final answer. Now this strategy, with the partial product stacked up like this, is similar to the area model. When I use an area model, I'm actually finding the square units within that space. Just like we worked on a couple of weeks ago, area, multiplying the length times the width to get the total square units. I can take my 2 factors, here and here. I'm multiplying by 6, so I'm going to have 6 rows of 300, 6 rows of 20, and 6 rows of 4. And in each of those sections, I want to put my partial products. So 6 times 4 is 24. Again, they might see a test question with a box in one of these areas, and they have to know how much is in that partial product. 6 times 20 is 120, and then 6 times 300 would make 1800s, which is 1,800. With this model, as with this model, once I have my partial products, I still need to add them all together. To get my final product. The very first strategy we worked on is we worked on the place value chart. So I have my place value chart over here, which represents this problem, 324, but I drew 300, 3 in the hundreds space, 2 in the tens place for 20, and then 4 in the ones place for the 4 ones that are in the problem. And I had to repeat that 6 times. When students did this, then they had to regroup to show the quantities. When I have more than 9 in a category, once I get 10, I can regroup it and make a 10 or make 100 or make 1,000. So students had to take their representation of the problem, circle groups of 10, ones to make 110, do another group of ones to make another 10, and these are gone out of the ones. Now I'm going to take a look at my tens, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I can make 100. And then I go to my hundreds and look to see if I can make any thousands. So there's a group of 10 hundreds, and 10 hundreds makes 1,000. And now what do I have all together? Once I've done all my regrouping, I have 4 in the ones place. So as I got here, I have 4 in the tens place, just like I got here. And then I have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the hundreds place, and I have my 1,000 that I regrouped. So that'll give you an idea of the 3 different strategies that we used in the classroom to work on place value concepts embedded into the multiplication. When the students have been introduced to the standard algorithm, which compresses all of this work into one line, but as a 4th grader, they have to learn how to use place value strategies. We're also going to use the same thinking process when we do the division, and we've just started yesterday and today the division concepts. And we really want students to have a solid understanding, conceptual understanding in the math, so they go to that standard algorithm with really a good solid understanding of the process and what the value is of each of these place values. So it would be helpful if parents reinforce with students the use of those strategies so the students have a complete, comprehensive understanding of the multiplication process. Thank you.